is billed as the ultimate sports podcast.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Everybody has been waiting.
I'm God gifted.
He's a bull. I'm a matador.
This is the Weekend Guy Podcast, and it begins now.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to one of the most saddest episodes I've ever had to go through on the Weekend Guy Podcast.
Sad for you, but amazing for me.
Yeah. Like you mentioned the what's the contrast in feelings right now. 6-time world champion with Mercedes.
No,
Wait.
7 times.
Wait, I'm getting.
Oh, my bad.
Relax, mate. 6-time world champion with Mercedes. 1-time world champion with McLaren. All in all, 7 world championships.
Okay.
1 taken away should have been 8, easy.
Yeah, I agree. In our books and in our hearts, we know
Should have been
he's got
8. But it's said that all good things come to an end.
But who would have thought?
Who would have thought though? It's like out of the
Who
ballpark.
would have thought?
If you look at it from my, I'm gonna talk from my perspective.
Wait. Who are we talking about for those who don't
Oh,
know?
for those who don't know, guys, we're talking about Lewis Hamilton.
And what happened with Lewis Hamilton?
He left us.
Who's
work.
us?
So I'm a Mercedes-Benz fan. I don't know if my dress code should compliment
And
that
where's
I
he
am
going?
Mercedes.
Where's he going?
He's going to Ferrari, the red people, the red
Forza
team,
Ferrari.
the oldest team in F1. Never been
Most
relegated.
successful team in
Yeah,
F1.
never been relegated. Those guys
Yeah.
in red, those Italians.
Yeah. The reason why we all watch F1.
Yeah. For me, it's a bittersweet moment.
Okay, tell me why.
I think when I started supporting F1, I was a Ferrari fan, Michael Schumacher days.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's also a saying, right? That everyone is a
Ferrari fan before. Yes, I think it's most obvious.
Yeah.
Look, when Lewis was at McLaren fighting against Michael to win the championship that year, I was not a fan of Lewis Hamilton. I was actually pissed off. I was actually very pissed off that Ferrari post Schumacher went to Merc.
Yes.
Went to Merc. So I became a Merc fan following Schumacher.
Okay.
Before Lewis was he was still a McLaren driver
Yes,
back then.
still, yes.
And obviously, so I became a Merc fan.
From the beginning.
Yeah. I think I was still a bit of a Merc fan when the team started with Ross Brawn and Jenson Button, 2009, when they won the championship.
Yeah.
Then they got Michael after that, most.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Mercedes bought the stake.
Yeah, bought the stake of Brawn GP, and then they turned to Mercedes. So I was still a fan from that because Ross Brawn is South African, girl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's South African. Yeah, he's South African.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he's South
That's
African.
dope.
And he was a former Ferrari
Technical director.
just below Jean Todt.
Yeah.
So I was a fan from them.
No, so you're a day one Mercedes guy.
Yeah. When Ross Brawn started the team, it was Brawn GP. Most.
Yes,
so I was a fan of
remember
that.
that, yeah.
And then they pulled off the miracle season with Jenson Button.
Yes, I still.
So I'm a Mac fan. So when Lewis joined in 20, because who else joined before him? The other guy.
Rosberg.
Schumacher. Rosberg was partnering Schumacher. Then when Schumacher left, Lewis came in most.
Yes.
Then I became a Lewis fan because he was in Mercedes. But I supported the Ross Brawn team.
Oh, you didn't support Lewis because he's black?
Nah.
Oh, me, I've supported him since day one because he's black.
For me it was never about that.
Then he justified, actually, he's not just black, he's black and talented.
Nah, for me it's never been like that. It's just been like a pure sporting thing.
Yeah.
We all knew he was a very good driver. When we signed him, we knew that.
The first black driver in history, and you're still gonna judge him on pure sporting.
Oh, of course, no.
He wasn't because he's black.
No. I'm not into that. I don't want sport that way.
Okay.
I've been a Mac fan.
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that. And
Since
then
day one.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
I was pissed off when they had the rivalry with Rosberg. It was quite annoying. Let me be honest. Those rivalries between the two of them.
Okay.
2 good drivers in the same team, and then
Yeah, but they also had a competitive car.
2016 was like I think for me it was 2016.
If I'm not mistaken.
The epic season where Rosberg his 1-time championship.
Yeah.
That was an epic season to watch between the two of them battling. Two teammates, the same garage. That was like.
Left.
That season is one for the history books. That's why he retired after that, because it's just pushed to the limit.
Yeah,
it's the Jurgen Klopp thing there.
Yeah. We'd say I've proven my worth.
Yeah, and then so Lewis took over from there. He's always been because he drives for Merc, so I've always been a Merc fan.
Yeah.
I think it inspired me buying a Mercedes Benz at some point.
Hey.
Yeah, so
the Lewis Hamilton influence.
Yeah. I think I've got the caps and other. I should be rocking it, by the way. It's upstairs. I'll rock it next time.
Okay.
So that's how it's always been. I never thought he'd want to leave. But remember now, let me take you back to our F1 episode. I think it was back in winter. When I said to you, Lewis is going to leave because of certain factors in the team.
Yes.
Do you remember I said to you that
You
on
did.
the other episode?
You did.
There's 2 episodes we did, and actually Lewis is wearing a Ferrari suit.
Yes.
And then, but on the previous one, he was wearing the Merc suit. I said to you, based on what is happening at Merc at the current moment.
Yeah. You don't blame him if he had to leave.
Yeah, if I was him, I would leave because now the mechanics, the whole concept behind these previous 2 seasons,
Yes.
he's always been disagreeing with it. So it came to a point, but okay, now you're being overwritten. So it was more of a respect thing in my book. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
That if you're not going to listen to the 6-time world champion or 7-time world champion who's actually driving the car, in the development of the car, what are you doing?
True.
Yeah. Well? So I lost trust in the Mercedes. car development because of the previous designer.
Yes.
Is it what the guy who left with the spectacles? The one who left now actually resigned.
Yes.
He left because Jamie Ellison had taken a break to go do sailing team.
No, he's back.
Yeah. So the true cause in my book, of this whole thing, is that 2 years flopping. Do you understand? Is the inability to recycle the minds in the team.
In the team.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
The fact that you have to bring back James Ellison, your most successful technical director, it means that you cannot recycle what's going on.
Indeed.
It's James Elliott, ne? He's the current one, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's James Elliott.
The guy who did the previous concept. Look, the W13, the silver car.
Yes.
It flopped.
It was so bad.
Why repeat the same flop in W14?
Because they believed that they were heading in the right direction.
That's not belief, that's stubbornness.
Yeah, but they weren't listening to Lewis.
They weren't listening to any other. They were admin. So now
this concept.
that comes in now, and the Toto is supporting that as well. There becomes now a level of toxicity within the team.
Okay.
Because if the agreements are so deep, you understand what I'm saying? It becomes a faction-based kind of environment now.
Yeah.
Where certain members believes, where a certain structure of the team believes in this concept, and the other ones believe in this concept.
Yes.
And you took the right hand side of the conversation is that they're the old guard, they're the winning side. Do you understand? The new side was to evolve that way. So Lewis, if you look at it from a perspective, I would look at it the same. That okay, I'm 39.
I don't have a
I don't want to be in a team whereby I advise something and nothing is taken, nothing is actioned, and we flop. And within the flop, the old guard is still maintaining that he gave us the
winning championships.
Yeah, no. He gave us with a bad car. He was still driving well to give us good enough to be able to give us what we
second in constructors.
Second in constructors last year, ne?
Yeah.
Even the year before almost.
Yeah, I think the year before they were third.
They were third because of Ferrari.
Yes,
yeah. So if look at it that way, for me that's how I see.
So I want to jump on the respect train of thought. Yeah. Because based on the reports that were released, is one, obviously he's made public what his views of the concept, etc., right?
Yeah.
But then we look at the negotiations that from what we've heard is Lewis wanted a long-term or
contract. Multi-year contract,
right? And for those who don't follow F1, multi-year is about a 3-year contract, because that also brings stability and you buy into the concept, and we are going down this route. Right? Mercedes was on the fence on that, right? And in response to a request for a 3-year contract, they then came back and offered him a 1+1, which is basically, we'll give you a 1-year contract.
If you win the championship or whatever.
Yeah, or if the options are there, you can then pick up the 2nd-year option. If you're not happy, you can leave after 1 year. But in addition to his request to a multi-year, right, he then wanted a 10-year deal to be a Mercedes ambassador. And apparently, a big corporate, Merck from Stuttgart, did not want that.
Okay.
Because they didn't see the ROI in Lewis having a 10-year ambassadorship, but also him being paid quite a lot for that. And for me, this is where then the respect then comes into play, because
7 times.
yes, and if you look at his history, he has a history of being loyal. You know, with McLaren, since he was young, he stuck with them up until the point where he realized that, look, we need to go our separate ways. And then he moved on to Mercedes and has stuck with them since. Right? And rumor has it that Ferrari, obviously, last year when he was still discussing his renewal with Mercedes, the CEO of Ferrari.
He's quite a young guy, by the
Yes,
way. Like very ambitious.
Yes, Coco called him up the Monaco weekend and said, hey, listen, come to Ferrari. We want you, you know. And out of respect, Lewis said, no, he's still fine. He's happy, yada, yada. But Mercedes then announced that Lewis had signed an extension for 2 years. But obviously now it was this one
It had
plus
an
one.
option. Yeah.
And then Ferrari then came again and said, hey, listen, you've got a 1+1. We want to give you a multi-year contract, right? Which is what Lewis wanted. In addition to that, right, we want to fund your off the grid activities.
Invest in you.
Invest
the brand.
in you,
The 44
the
brand.
You know what I mean? So now they are speaking to Lewis's legacy, you know, which is, for me, the perfect time to do that, because they realize that, hey, man, this guy is at the back end of his career, but his career has been all about winning.
Yeah, you can never write him off.
Yeah.
Just need to give him the machine.
Exactly. And then you look at Ferrari internally to say, hey, listen, the last 5 to 8 years, right, you guys haven't broken through the ceiling.
Yes.
Right? And what better way to then bring someone like Lewis Hamilton on board?
Of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So from Ferrari's perspective, I thought it was a brilliant opportunity that one couldn't miss, especially with Mercedes.
No, let's
not
just put
being
it out
unsure.
there. Mercedes is in shambles.
Yeah.
Shambles. I
Yeah,
said this
because
to you.
How do you let this guy go?
I said, no, it's not even about Lewis. I said to you even last year already when we recorded the episodes that the Merc mechanics or engineers are no longer at a level to be able to sustain someone like Lewis Hamilton. It's unheard of that Lewis Hamilton can't win a single race in a season.
Yeah, because now 2 years in a row, he hasn't looked like he can win a race, or rather, Mercedes hasn't looked like they
They can win a race. And
Whether
now
Lewis is
I'm
driving or
actually getting the
George is-
vibes even this year. Going into this year, we don't look like we're going to win a race again.
They haven't even launched the car. We
I
haven't even
know.
had testing.
It's starting to feel like I can just sense it again. You know, last season, I had the doubt. Last season, when the car was launched, I was like,
Maybe something different.
maybe, but hey, you can still feel the losing vibes. You can still feel
Yeah.
it. In your mind, deep down, you know the truth. Shit, this car though.
I have my reservations.
Then you're like hopeful, okay, this car though. But
Yeah.
because you can't carry on a concept which flopped in the last season completely.
And
Then you put it again now.
But in their defense, right? George's win in Brazil, right?
That was nothing to justify anything.
But for someone who's sitting on the fence, right? If you win a Grand Prix at the end of the season, it's easier then to convince everyone that, look, this
car,
concept
that's
has
what they
potential.
did.
Yeah.
But that's
Then they went backwards.
that's the weak approach.
True,
That's
because
the weak man's approach.
When I look at the evolution of Ferrari's car and Mercedes' car over the last 2 years, it's clear that Ferrari have a better understanding of their concept.
Of course
and
they
have
do.
more potential going forward
Yes.
compared to Mercedes.
Yeah, because it looks like it's starting to look like really chaos there. Now we're gonna be without Lewis Hamilton, we are midfield. At best.
But we'll see.
Even last season, he's the one who carried us.
Yeah.
George flops in some
Yeah,
races.
yeah.
George flops. Let's put it out there. Let's be honest. George Russell flopped in most races. Was like
Yes.
coming in 8th, even with good qualifying, he still flopped. Lewis was the one consistently, finishing the races at a good
Showing you
position,
why
4th,
he's
5th,
the multi
champion, but still coming on 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere there, sometimes 3rd. But it was tough.
Yes.
So clearly, in the environment, there's not been an environment shift. But I feel like there will be a little bit, because I am a Merc fan, that James Allison coming back in and other guy leaving for good, like literally a guy who flopped, gone.
Okay.
So there will be some sort of shift, but not quick enough for Lewis Hamilton.
Okay. So do you think there's going to be a sense of regret, right, if Mercedes is quicker than Ferrari this year?
In the next
Lewis?
2 seasons?
No, I'm saying this season.
Yeah.
If Mercedes is quicker than Ferrari, do you think there's going to be a bit of regret from
Lewis?
Lewis?
No, there won't be.
Okay.
Like, remember, he's 40 next year, so for him, it's about the bag now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because look, from a driver move, right? I think this is the biggest driver move in the history of F1. There hasn't been a driver shift like this that I can recall that is.
No, because remember, it's not that big. He's not coming out of. It's not the Verstappen Red Bull thing.
Yeah.
We moved from Red Bull to Ferrari, 4-time champion. Lewis is not the champion for 2 years, girl.
Yeah.
So it's not that big.
But
he comes in with
huge.
He comes in
I
with
think
his.
it's bigger than Vettel though.
He comes in with his 7-time
Pedigree.
world champion. Look, if Ferrari can pull it together, let's say pull it together.
Yeah.
They've got the speed.
Yes.
They've got the and some mechanics are moving with Lewis most from
obviously
those who are in disagreement with the bullshit concept.
Yeah.
So if you put in the right people in the right
Yeah.
place.
But I think it's a recipe for success because if I'm F1, this is the best thing that could have ever happened,
Of course,
right?
those because now even if we can be real about it, let's be real about it. Lewis leaving Mercedes-Benz has left a huge hole there, and filling it. And Toto can try and justify it and say, I'm going to put in George. It's a good thing I have George in place. George is not consistent.
I'm actually looking at it from this perspective, not even from a talent perspective, right?
Yeah.
You've got Ferrari, which is the biggest brand in F1.
Okay.
And you've got Lewis Hamilton, who's the biggest driver in F1 history.
Okay.
I don't think in modern day F1, there's any driver who compares to Lewis Hamilton in terms of aura,
Of course,
achievements,
yeah.
style, and having his pulse in modern day social culture. So that marriage between Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton is just a match made in heaven for F1. The product just got stronger. The interest will go sky high because on one hand, right, you don't need to introduce Ferrari.
No, you don't.
Right?
It's
on
Ferrari.
the other hand, Lewis Hamilton doesn't need no introduction, and he's bringing Hollywood and the glitz and the glamour to a glitz and glamour brand.
Yeah, it's
So
like match made in heaven.
Yeah, I'm interested already. As much as we haven't started 2024 season,
Yeah.
but all eyes are on 2025 and what that brand
Is there a
or
regulation
that
change
partnership.
in 2025?
No, but
2026?
this is where it becomes interesting, and the perfect thing with Lewis Hamilton's timing is that him starting in 2025 gives him a betting year for 1 year, getting to know how Ferrari operates, understanding the car, and having a look at 2026, what car we're building, having significant input and feedback
that.
after a whole season of driving the 2025 car.
Do you think now 8th World Championship guaranteed?
Not guaranteed, but the prospects of that are very likely.
Because me, I'm gonna put it straight out there. We're going to flop. Mercedes-Benz is going on a downward spiral.
Look,
We're not in an upward
whenever
spiral.
regulations change, it's
One team
it's
obviously
a
always
gamble.
goes down.
Yes.
It's history. It's always been like that. That the previous dominant champions will at some point go down. Like literally.
True.
Yeah, like Red Bull did it after 4-year dominance.
Yeah.
We've did it. It's our time
Mercedes.
to go down. Ferrari have did dominance. They're gonna go down.
Yes.
So it's actually guaranteed. But I feel like him moving to Ferrari does give him the chance of rejuvenating that entire setup there and getting that 8th
100%.
championship.
True, because also, right, conspiracy theory time.
Yeah.
Right? You mentioned something interesting that teams have had their dominant years. And there's an underlying feeling that it's about time Ferrari has theirs too again.
Yeah.
You know? And 2026 bodes well for that with the regulation changes, right? But for F1 as a brand and for the shareholders and the growth of F1, imagine Lewis Hamilton winning a world championship
8 time.
Yeah.
with Ferrari.
Breaking the record.
Yeah.
Right? Because he'll be one higher than Schumacher, but doing it in Ferrari red.
Yeah.
The legacy, the hype, the attention that will bring if Ferrari has a competitive car come 2026.
And they are, and the driver who breaks the record is wearing red.
Listen.
So it's like it's a forever thing.
It's a forever thing. Like you say, you know, he cements himself as the greatest, but also with the greatest brand.
Yeah,
it's
in
a
the sport,
match made in heaven.
yeah.
Look, already the movies that are lined up about Lewis Hamilton's life are going to be special. But if that happens,
that
shit.
nice. That's good for the sport.
Drive to Survive. Netflix is gaining billions and billions.
Yeah.
F1 value goes sky high. Listen, we're getting a South African race with Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari.
Still around.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's a match made in heaven, and everything aligns. You know, it reminds me. I'll use the soccer narrative. It reminds me of the Messi and a World Cup story.
Oh yeah,
You
that
know,
was nice.
to culminate such a brilliant career, right? What a better way than witnessing Messi win a World Cup.
And it's got 8 Ballon d'Ors, by the way.
You know what I mean?
So Lewis will have 8.
Listen. So this is our fairy tale story that we are waiting for as motorsport fans. And there's no one out there who could hate on Lewis Hamilton winning an 8th world championship with Ferrari.
And now we have a problem at Merc. Who the hell replaces him? To keep the team balance in place. Because Carlos Sainz is not good enough. But Mick Schumacher is worse than Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
Those are those are only people available on the grid. Otherwise, you have to start from scratch.
So three names for me I was thinking about, right? One, obviously, which is an easy transition. You'd get Carlos Sainz, right? Because you know he's talented, can operate in a big team, right? Is he faster than George? That's yet to be determined, right? Number two.
No, he's not. He's a conservative driver.
Yeah, but you see, it's still
with championship credibility.
He almost beat Charles Leclerc 2 years in a row, but his DNFs cost him, right? The second one, which I think is an interesting driver, would be Alex Albon. He's driving in the Williams, and he's driving.
No, he's signed with Red Bull 3 years. They offered him a 3 year.
No.
They offered him a 3 year yesterday, day before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they offered him a 3 year contract.
To come back and be Max's teammate of the Checo?
Yeah, Red Bull. They offered him a 3 year contract.
Oh, wow.
The day before yesterday, actually.
Oh, so
Red Bull wants to... They went after him, and immediately Lewis left. They went after Albon.
Okay, to say, hey, listen, did he sign?
No, I think he's... it's very close to signing. They went in very, very... It was very, very quick for them to go after Albon.
So it's what determined Checo's out the door?
Not yet official this season, but the 3 year contract thing is still, but it's been offered to him.
Because for me, if they've already offered him, that's confirming that Checo's out.
He's out. I mean, he doesn't have a...
Yeah,
but that's not yet
confirmed yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but in this conversation
Albon.
We're having, there's that element to consider.
Okay, so that's for me. Another driver I'd consider if I was Mercedes, right? Because at the sister team with a Mercedes engine, he's driving out of his skin.
Yeah, he is beasting.
Yes, right. The last guy who I've heard quite a lot is Fernando Alonso.
I also heard that.
Yeah, and for
actually.
me, it's interesting because I'm like, okay, multiple champion. He'll give feedback in a different perspective from Lewis. You are getting it tried and tested, and it's someone who's been trying to drive for Mercedes for years. You know, so at least you know that it's someone who's wholeheartedly invested.
But the problem with him is that he's got a better car. He's in a better seat at the current moment.
Yeah, but Aston Martin is a customer.
Yeah, it's a customer to Merc, but remember there's the Audi seat coming up as well, Mos. So Carlos Sainz is in line for the Audi seat at some point,
true,
since he's available.
But he doesn't have... Audi is only coming in 2026. So for
and there's still Verstappen out there as well. Not only Vettel.
But you see, that's the rumors too. Do you bring Vettel back?
Yeah, you can bring him back.
If you were Mercedes, right? The one problem you have, right, is you now have to fill in a seat for 2025. Regulations are changing in 2026, right? So if you offer people a 1-year deal, a lot of people are going to say no to that because there's no security. So rightfully, you now need to offer a 2 or a 3-year deal for security, right? I'll put it to you in this way. If you're offering a 1-year deal, right, who would be your 2 options as your driver?
Vettel or Alonso.
Okay.
But remember, Toto doesn't want to spend money,
Yeah. Fair enough. But also, with Lewis coming off your books, you're saving a lot.
Yeah, because you can go after the big one then.
Who?
Change the whole entire landscape and go for the McLaren guy. Lando.
No, Lando
He's
Norris.
not even in the picture,
No, Lando Norris just signed a 4-year deal with McLaren.
Yeah,
just last week.
Yeah, so he's off the table.
He's off the table. So
Do you go young, or do you go experience?
Yeah.
So that you know that your young chap is your striker, then your secondary driver is maintenance basically.
Because and this is the reason why I was asking 2 questions, right? One, you've answered me in terms of if you're going one and done.
Yeah.
Alonso or Vettel.
Vettel,
right? Sure. Now I'm asking, if you go 2-year, which is a multi-year deal.
That's a young driver.
Okay. You'd go
So that's where Carlos Sainz comes in.
Okay.
Or you go for Lando.
Lando won't leave McLaren.
Go poach him.
I don't think
because Merc has been flopping so much, he wouldn't go to slower than McLaren.
Right now it doesn't make sense if you're Lando to leave.
Or you go for the next big thing, which is who at the current stage. Red Bull has those animals.
And hence why that's the question that
it's actually
answered.
a very, very tough thing for. It's a very tough scenario for
Mercedes.
them. But for them, in my book, I would go for the 1-year deal, a veteran driver.
Okay.
Knowing that he's going to just be there for the Constructors' Championship. Okay. Depending on the car we have, obviously.
Yes.
If you have a good car, George Galog is our main man.
Yeah, George
He'll be the main man.
Becomes the main man. But
and then you need to support him. You get like the Checo. If Checo loses out at Red Bull, you get Checo, or you get the older driver. I don't think Fernando would want to leave Aston for Merc. Because they've been doing great.
Yeah,
Vettel is out there as well. So
I think the only way Fernando leaves Aston is if Merc offers a multi-year.
Yeah, but they won't do that. Vettel can come in there. He's available. He's coming in, actually. For me, he's the number 1 candidate.
True.
But then that leaves Carlos Sainz out in the wilderness. No seat.
For 2025.
And that'll be bad.
Yeah.
2025 has got no seat. Doesn't make sense, though, because it's been the better Ferrari driver anyway.
True, because if Audi's coming in and they like Carlos Sainz, does Bottas then lose his seat at...
No, the other one. Yeah, Bottas can lose out.
Zhou comes with the money from China, so I don't think he's missing out.
Yeah, but depends, though.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, the driver market
What do you
is
guys
just...
think, guys?
No, the driver market just flipped on its head again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I feel like for me, you have to bring in Vettel just to steady George for one season.
So, a one and done. Then you start marketing.
Then you look for in basically because Mick Schumacher to take that seat is not good enough.
Yeah.
Even though he's learned, the talent level is not at the level he's supposed to be
Can
at.
I tell you for me what works, right? You bring Albon up, right, to Mercedes. You take Mick Schumacher to Williams.
Yeah. But now Red Bull is blocking that girl.
If he signed.
Yeah. But he's considering it.
Yeah, but also if you are Albon, knowing that you started at
Red Bull.
They gave you a promotion to
AlphaTauri.
To the main team, to Red Bull, and then they dropped you like hot cake. Do you now want to go back into that environment?
Yeah, you see, those are the things to consider. But what is the alternative? Go to Merc and Merc is flopping. Because remember, we're not quick enough.
But remember, if Merc offers you a multi-year and go 25, 26, in 26, if they get the regulations right, you could be in a championship winning car.
Yeah, that's the thing to consider.
That's something, and then knowing that if you go to Merc, you've got an option of being the number 1 driver if you perform, versus if you go to Red Bull, you're going there to be number 2.
I think Lewis did this on purpose to make it like Because if he had done it end of next season, it would create a lot of chaos.
But
But it's
also,
just to do it
it's
in
out
advance
of
like this.
loyalty to say, look, guys,
Yeah, he actually gave them a chance.
Yeah, I'm out. You guys sort yourselves out.
Like, he didn't leave on a bad note, because just give them time. Because remember, if he'd done this, because he had an option to do it end of next
Yeah,
season.
that's
Jesus
true.
Christ, imagine the chaos it would create, bruh. The urgency to sign a driver.
Yeah.
No time to plan.
Exactly.
I think it did it very well,
And
actually.
also, I think more than anything else, it gets the drama out the way.
Yeah, because there will be epic drama end of next season if
Yeah.
he had done that. But this is still not creating drama even now.
True. But where it's going to be interesting is second half of the F1 season, once the title pretenders and the title contenders have been separated.
And they have to announce, Mercedes has to announce the next season's driver. You know?
Yeah, but what I'm looking at it from a perspective of you guys, if Mercedes is fighting for a championship, right? Lewis Hamilton has to be involved in the upgrades and the feedback and the talks of how to develop the car to win, right? If Mercedes is not competitive, Lewis Hamilton is now starting to be excluded in certain conversations
Of
when
course,
they speak about the 2025 car.
Yeah, definitely.
And that also applies to Carlos Sainz.
A Ferrari.
Do you still follow team orders?
If you know.
Because if you Carlos Sainz, do you listen to team orders? You know?
No, you don't.
Exactly. Because let's say you and Charles Leclerc are battling and you're faster than him that day, but he's leading the championship and it's the last 3 races. Do you listen to the team
You
orders
have
or
to,
do you
because
say
the paycheck.
stuff it?
They still pay the check.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be
It's-
interesting.
it's
gonna
a hell of a
interesting.
twist. You know, F1 it always comes up with this, but Lewis has.
Yeah.
It's a good thing he's done it the season before. Because if they've done it next season.
The people who are kicking themselves and are hating these news are the creators of Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
Because they don't have cameras rolling, they can't get the fresh reaction.
Yeah, those kind of things, you know.
They missed out.
Yeah, but with that being said, man, I don't know. It's going to be. I'm still maintaining what I've told you before when we last spoke about F1. First 5 races, I'm going to be watching.
Okay. And after that,
Practice, I'm going to be watching my car, how it performs. When it's launching on the 14th of Feb.
oh, nice.
The Merc is launching on the 14th of Feb. Haas has launched. Williams has launched. I'm going to be looking at my car
Yeah.
very, 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 very closely.
I don't pay attention to the designs and the look of the
So
car.
look at the
My
car, 'cause there's a lot to
interest
look at
is
for us.
month
Yeah,
month
for
end
us.
when they've got testing. That's my
Testing,
interest.
practice, first 5 races. If you're garbage,
Yeah.
switching off. I'm switching off. Seriously. Only 5 races for me.
F1.
I'm not gonna waste my
You
time.
said it. You guys have 5 races to impress him.
Yeah, I pass out. That's the problem is
Mercedes.
if Max does the whole first 100 meters, it's only got a 1 second gap. It's over, so I'm not even gonna waste my time.
Okay, we'll wait and see.
Wait and see.
Hopefully,
I'm crossing my
2024
fingers.
is gonna
Mercedes,
be
come on,
much,
give me
much better.
something. James Ellison, give me something. Give me something on the design at least.
Forza
Keep me entertained, mate. I don't care if Red Bull wins the
Ferrari.
championship, as long as we're entertained. That's what I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
I share the same sentiments
Yeah,
that
mate.
want a competitive season, regardless of who is in front.
Yep. But on that note, guys, if you enjoy this content, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Help us grow this channel of ours.
Indeed.
Slowly
Tell a
but
friend
surely,
and
it's
tell a
growing.
friend.
Tell a
Yes.
friend, tell a friend, share this content. You don't want to. It's a pity if you see us 3 years from now and we've got like 1,000, not even like thousands of subscribers, and
Hundreds of
and we want to go
thousands.
back to our 700th video and what we talked about, guys.
Hundreds and thousands.
But if you guys enjoy this content, guys, and you enjoy us, give us a like, comment down below. Till the next one, till next week, Monday. Hopefully, Bafana would have done the business.
Yes. Incoming.
Fingers
F1
crossed
champions.
again. But on that note, guys, we're out.
Cheers.
Peace.
Weekend Guy Sports presents a YouTube sports reaction series. 38 years, 38 moments. 1985. The War. Hagler versus Hearns.